Yellowstone National Park is one of the most famous natural areas in the United States. But by the middle of the 20th century, this piece of paradise was facing a problem. Wolves had disappeared from this area because of human activities. For 70 years, the balance of the ecosystem was disrupted, the chain was broken. When the wolves disappeared, it wasn't fully understood how this would affect the ecosystem. But the results were dramatic. The deer population increased uncontrollably, and despite all human efforts, the vegetation was almost completely gone. The valleys became bare, and the riverbanks couldn't handle the erosion. The park was far from the diverse habitat it once was. 1995 was a turning point in this story. Wolves were brought back to Yellowstone. At first, this was only meant to control the deer population. But it soon became clear that the wolves' impact wasn't limited to the animals they hunted. Wolves changed the behavior of the deer. Deer started avoiding valleys and riverbanks where wolves could easily hunt them. These areas suddenly started to regrow. Bare hills were covered with aspen, willow, and cottonwood trees within a few years. In just 6 years, the trees quadrupled in height. The revival of the vegetation had a ripple effect on the entire ecosystem. As the trees grew, songbirds and migratory birds returned. Beavers started building dams in the new forests. These dams created new habitats for otters, muskrats, ducks, fish, reptiles, and amphibians. Did you know beavers are known as ecosystem engineers? They are nature's architects. At the same time, wolves reduced the number of coyotes. The decline in coyotes led to an increase in rabbits and mice. This positively affected the populations of many species, from foxes to badgers, weasels to eagles. Even the carcasses left by wolves contributed to the ecosystem. Crows and eagles fed on these carcasses. Bears increased their population by feeding on berries in the revived bushes. Moreover, bears further strengthened the wolves' impact by hunting deer fawns. But the most fascinating part of this story is that wolves even changed the physical geography of Yellowstone. Yes, you heard that right. Wolves changed the behavior of the rivers. The regrowth of vegetation stabilized the riverbanks. Erosion decreased and the rivers meandered less. This led to narrower channels, more pools, and sand dune formations. These changes created perfect habitats for many creatures. As the vegetation controlled erosion, the rivers became more stable. This showed once again how delicate the balance of nature is. This transformation in Yellowstone is proof of the power of nature. Even a small number of a species like wolves can completely transform an ecosystem. This story reminds us of the amazing things that can be achieved when humans live in harmony with nature. Remember, nature is a chain. Every link in the chain is vital to the health of the entire ecosystem.